Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of week 7 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, two big moves in between our week 1, or not week 1, our episode 1 and episode 2 of this week.
Hey, Drew, change the diapers. I like you're coming in like you're already half asleep. Let's come on, wake up, stop, wake up.
Anyways, Cam, DaVante Adams was living at Aaron Rodgers' house. He's
Yes.
already there. He's already on the plane. He shows up on the McAfee show. I was like, how's this guy already there?
The trade
Amari
was made last week. You know, like basically it's like the Jonas Hoagland fax machine. Oh, the NFL officers couldn't get. Drew, these trades are done before, right? So it's paperwork, correct? Am I right?
Agree with you. I think it was already agreed upon, and I think maybe they were like, maybe if we lose, we don't do it. But they were like, no, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it anyway. We're 2-4. Who cares? Cam, first off, do you think the Jets with DaVante Adams can now go? What do they need to go? 8-3 to go 10-8 on the 10-7. It's probably what you need to get in the playoffs. So can they go 8-3 the rest of the way?
They could, but I don't think it has anything to do with DaVante Adams. First of all, Mike Williams, the way he's played actually cost them games this year. Like, I've never seen a guy run bad patterns, slip, fall. He's one of the worst receivers like I've ever like. And Rodgers, I know he gets mad at everyone, throws everybody under the bus, but in his defense with Mike Williams, like, stop looking. I got a tip, Drew. Stop looking to Mike Williams when you need a catch at the end of games. Anybody but. Yeah,
that's what I mean. And the one thing listen, guys, we like Rodgers. He's a talented quarterback.
He is.
Just when in press conferences, he never takes any blame. It's like, this guy ran the wrong route. We should have scored here. Our running backs couldn't get in. A holding call here. I'm like, dude, how about you just say, like, I shouldn't have thrown to Mike fucking Williams?
Today's society. Like, everyone's like, oh, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy blows. This guy sucks. Like, some guys are good. Like, you know what I mean? And Aaron Rodgers, when it comes to release, like, Drew, if you give that guy time, he'll slice you apart. He's one of the best of all time from that little 2-drop bam. But the thing is, you're also a guy that is still thinks he can run and do athletic things, and it's obvious on tape because I actually have these things and I look at old games from the past to now. He has definitely lost not just one step, multiple steps. So now that puts your offensive line in a tougher situation. You need different patterns where you got a nickel and dime, right? These plays are long developing plays, Drew, and you know that. Long developing plays are bad for an older quarterback.
He had Breece Hall wide open on the all-22. You see him for like 15 yards. Just give it to him. Yeah. I think we were both on the Jets in that game, +3, and I think we were on the right side. I know we ended up pushing, but I think the two missed field goals, they were driving at the end.
Legatron? That guy sucks, by the way.
No,
the thing is, too, actually, Drew, we talked about this with Gabe, and I'd like your opinion, too. I think this is very important. I understand there's wind, but also just looking at kickers and guys, Harrison Butker makes a kick in like friggin' Arctic conditions, wind, snow, rain, sleet. Jake Elliott used to be the same way. Tucker's one of the best in the business, and Aubrey, the new kicker for Dallas, is a distance monster. So let's put it this way. If the Bills are in a big game in the playoffs, if it does come down to this, I actually don't trust Tyler Bass to make a kick. And I'll tell you with the Jets, Legatron is another guy. I remember that Super Bowl where I had them teased with the Rams against the Patriots. All he has to do is kick, and he misses that kick too. That was when he was in his prime. This guy is not the same kicker, and the Buffalo Bills, be very, very careful. I know it's a family organization. I will get your opinion. You have to address this Bass situation. If he continues to miss kicks, you guys have to have a plan B.
Percentage in the NFL.
Yeah, like Drew, and you've lost games
75%.
Yes. So what do you do? Like, I'm just asking your opinion because
so the Bills brought in a kicker yesterday. You've heard of him, the thicker kicker, holds the SEC record for longest kick ever made for Mizzou. You know Harrison Mevis, and he's
that guy's he's a big dude.
Pounds,
yeah, he's a monster.
Absolutely huge. He's called the thicker kicker. I saw him. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a linebacker.
The guy's strong though. He can boot the ball.
61-yarder in college. Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're working him out. Maybe they cut Bass. You can't trust Bass anymore, Cam. He's missing extra points.
You can't cut him yet, but I got to be honest with you, and I know that's one thing I like about the Bills. I get it. It's a business, but they're also a family. They're a different type of team. Like, everybody in the family. Jim Kelly still lives there. It's very different than other places because through their heartbreak, I think they try to keep nostalgia with Thurman Thomas and Kelly and Andre Reed. But you know what I mean, though, Drew. I'm just saying this. I'm just saying they're a little bit different, but it doesn't matter. Bass is a guy, in my opinion, if he continues to have one more game where he like misses extra points, and these extra points will come back and bite you in the ass too. It's very important.
Cam, he's cost them so many games the last 2 years. Just I thought he was going to be cut after the Chiefs game in the playoffs. He wasn't. I'm thinking what they do. Brandon Beane said they're not done trading. I think they trade for a kicker in the next 2-3 weeks from one of those bottom feeder teams that have a decent.
Do you think they can go after Aubrey in Dallas? They'll want too much.
No, there's no way Aubrey trades or Dallas trades Aubrey. He's like their best offensive weapon.
He actually is. That's the best. Our kickers are our best weapon, but it's true.
Moving on from DaVante, Cam. So you like it? I think their offense is going to be absolutely unstoppable. Having Garrett Wilson and DaVante Adams with Breece Hall, thank God they're 2-4 because they could be easily competing for the AFC East. They wouldn't be giving it away to the Bills if they won that football game at 3-3. So the Bills are lucky to escape with that win. Amari Cooper now goes to the Bills, Cam.
I like
one of the best route runners in football. They got him for a 3rd-round pick and a 7th. They get a 6th back the other way.
They're only paying him $800,000 too. I like that. At least the Bills were.
Well, that's why they had to do it though, because they needed it cheap because of their cap situation for trading Diggs. He leads the NFL in drops. That partly because Deshaun Watson throws fastballs when he doesn't need to and stuff. But what do you think of Cooper in Buffalo? I don't want to be biased. I don't want to give my opinion.
Oh, I think it's a perfect fit. And then you have Shakir, who's a good possession receiver. Kincaid and Knox are still great tight ends. You have all these other guys. I think Mac Hollins is actually good too. And the problem is with the Bills, and you know this, Coleman hasn't been kind of what we expected. Now Coleman's going to get a little bit open and do the things that he did in Florida State when he's not getting blanketed. So the thing I look at it, I think it's a positive. Look at Amari Cooper too. I think he's one of these guys when he goes to a real team and getting out of Cleveland, he's going to go, Buffalo's close. And I'm actually going to have a great attitude coming in here. And the thing is, it's not like he's a diva, I played in warm weather
he's
spot.
the quietest receiver in the NFL.
Yes. And Buffalo's cold, Cleveland's cold. It doesn't matter. All he wants to do is catch balls and win games. I think it's actually a great move for Buffalo. And now with him, things totally change with Josh Allen. You don't have to do so many things yourself. Just let other guys do their thing. And we need you. You need this guy for the playoffs because he can't be beat up and take hits like this anymore. You got to get other guys. He has to be 100% fresh. I'm talking preserved coming into the playoffs so he can go nuts and do all these things because he's going to get a lot of hits. I love the move for the Bills. Love it.
Buffalo's kryptonite has been man coverage this season because they don't have that guy who can just truly beat man every time. And if you leave Amari Cooper one-on-one, he'll beat it. So I think it helps their offense a ton. All right, Cam, moving on to this week. We gave our picks on the Tuesday show or the Monday show. And we got some switches to make. Let's start off with your first switch. You're moving off of the Minnesota Vikings, who I love this week, and you're switching to Detroit. Tell me why.
You know what it is, Drew? This game I've gone back and forth, and it's the hardest game of the week, but I'm going to stick with the Lions here. I just think they rally around the Hutchinson injury. I did another show earlier in the week, and at first I'm kind of oh, Minnesota looks good, and then Detroit. I've gone back and forth. I'm not going to lie to people, but the bottom line for me is Detroit, I think they're still a very, very good team. I think Minnesota, Sam Darnold hasn't had that one game where he's kind of flopped. I think it could happen here against Detroit. So let's call it out for what it is. This game is very difficult. It would definitely not be if we are betting real money in this game. It would be a game where I'd put more on or whatever. I think this game is very tough. I'd probably take the dog and tease them would make the most sense in this game. Probably points in this football game. But give me Minnesota to Detroit in that spot. Would you like my second one now, or do you want to wait?
No, I just want to comment saying that Minnesota's my bronze pick this week. I absolutely love them in this spot. So it's hurting me a little bit deep inside when you're saying how tough this game is and why you like the Lions, because I think Minnesota's going to boat race them.
I don't want to hurt you, Drew. You're a friend, and I don't want to cause you any pain. I just really wish you didn't. Anyway, bottom line is we're on a lot of the same games together, but it's a very Drew. You got to admit, Drew, it's not that easy for Minnesota. You think it's easier than I do. I think.
Yeah, I do. I think it's a lot easier than you do. But all right, your next switch, the Rams to the Raiders.
Yeah, it's just one of these things, Drew. The Rams laying points is a bad recipe. The Rams getting points is a good recipe. Do the Raiders suck? Yes, but this is the national.
That's my thing here.
This is the National Football League, and I could be wrong again. But you know what? I'm going to go with Rams to Raiders, and I don't think I have anything else other than Jacksonville was my bronze. I was thinking about putting Arizona there, but I'm going to leave it alone. You know what the best thing is? I have bets with everybody on every network in this game. Money lines. A lot of people like New England. Me and you are staying put with Jacksonville in this game. I think Jacksonville might win this game by double digits. So this game has become very important to me from a financial perspective. And, people are offering me 2-to-1 money lines. I'm taking all bets I can get. So go Jacksonville. And I look at the NFL one way, Drew, and I think, me and you doing shows over the years, we've kind of figured this thing. I like to take a team when their stock is at its lowest, other than Carolina 100%. That I've been banned for, because they're just a different, they're not even a stock. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. But anyway, I'm taking Jacksonville, and I think New England's in big trouble this week. That's my opinion.
I also love Jacksonville this week, Cam. It's my silver pick. Everyone I'm seeing on these talk shows just New England, Drake May looked very good. Yeah, he looked very good after they were already way behind. It's a bit different story if he was throwing. I don't know. And he's getting MRIs on his knee because he's got a knee injury in practice. I was like, this is just a disaster. And then now he's traveling to London on a 7-hour flight with a knee injury. This is just not good news for the New England Patriots. I don't know how people can back New England. And if they win outright, then egg on my face. I lose money, and me and Cam are in a world.
I get an egg on my face every week with Carolina, but we make a lot of other good decisions, and Tennessee's not really helped the cause this year. But you know what? We've been burned a lot too. But anyway, that's life.
Yep, that's life. Cam, my switch is one of my two switches is going to be from the Giants to the Eagles. I like the Giants on the Monday show because I was talking about the defense against Cincinnati. They held them in check. But then thinking about it now, the last couple days, the Eagles, man, everyone's doubting them. Everyone's picking the Giants, and just this might be the game where the Eagles stomp someone in their division. We haven't seen it in a while, and I think Hurts and the boys can come out there and win this game by 10-plus points, especially Saquon Barkley revenge game in New York, Cam. I don't want to be betting against that side. It's
point. Like, you put him on multiple touchdowns, every touchdown round robin parlay. If he doesn't get a touchdown, I'll be shocked, but who knows? It's the NFL. But
wait till you see my props, Cam. I promise you.
I'm very excited to see your props. By the way, I took a Photoshop or a screenshot of your props. I thought you might want to put them up, but you also don't want to show like how much money you bet in your account and stuff like that. But just a disclaimer, Drew hit every prop last week, a 4-banger. Would have been even more. One of the bets was a James Cook, who did not play in that game. Davis came in. But for Buffalo,
but whatever.
But no. My point being is, you won all bets. It doesn't matter. Void means you get your money back. It's not like you lost it because he didn't suit up, which was amazing. So Drew,
the Kincaid Garrett Wilson parlay hit well. I liked it.
Here's one more point. I'm getting the Giants at 3.5, but that line has gone down to 3. So we're both getting good numbers here. I bet it earlier, and you're getting Philly at 3 because people were actually betting the Giants. That's a bad. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm staying on the Giants. I worry about this game big time. You want to talk about a public dog? The Giants are it this week.
Yeah, another one I'm switching off of Cam. The other one is Arizona to LAC. I know you like the the Cardinals this week.
Oh, see, now you're hurting my feelings, Drew.
I have to, Cam. Marvin Harrison unlikely to play.
I couldn't care if Marvin Harrison struggling, not playing.
You should.
Dude, the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh will be happy to win a 10-9 fucking football game. These guys, it's actually funny. The guy's still playing conference Big Ten football. Like the Denver Broncos almost came back against these guys for the big league. They don't know how to withstand.
They were down like 23-0.
I got it. I know. I'm on the Cardinals. That's just me.
Fair. I just think it's a weird spot, and I'll take the Chargers. I think Harbaugh with the extra time to prepare is a good spot for that. Anyways, Cam.
I like when we're on the same side, but hey, there's a couple things that are different, but we have a lot of things that are the same. So that's good.
Are you worried at all about our gold pick? We both on Seattle Gold. I've seen a lot of people going like,
I'm very worried.
You guys are crazy.
No,
I'm like, hey,
that's good. I want more people to say that. I'm actually scared because I did a couple other shows and people had Seattle in their top 3 bets too. And that kind of concerns
me.
I don't want them. I want them around. Well, I did one with Pizzola and Mayo. I go, my gold pick. He goes, his gold pick Seattle. I'm like, I almost like spit out I'm like, what? That's like, I didn't see that coming, but a lot of people who, computer model people and stuff, they're looking back at stuff and going, I kind of agree with them. I'm more of an eye test guy, but I think Seattle's offense will be able to slay Atlanta. Atlanta's run defense is deplorable. And let's remember one thing, okay? I'm going to not talk about Carolina very much for the rest of the year. But they were one Andy Dalton interception away from being tied in that game. For people who don't watch that game, like, Atlanta is not the team you think they are, okay? They're not. And Seattle, on the other hand, has a very, very good offense. You know what, Drew? Another point that you'll appreciate. Geno Smith on carpet and indoors. He's indoor Geno. He likes to smoke indoors. He doesn't go outside in the winter.
My one thing, Cam,
he's the guy.
Seattle hasn't beaten any real opponents so far this year. We look at their wins. So
we're getting 3.
I know. Oh, Cam, I love it. It's my gold pick. I'm just saying, I'm playing devil's advocate. The reason I see why people don't like it is because Seattle, they think, is a paper tiger, a teddy bear contender, as I like.
Well, Atlanta's a paper. They're not. They're 2 paper tigers against each other, and we're taking the paper tiger, getting the teddy bear contender that's getting points.
Yes, I agree with you. All right, Cam. Let's move on to our props. Do you want to start with your anytime TD? Let's do some of your anytime TD props.
You seem very frustrated with me today. I thought I was being nice, but are you mad at me, Drew?
I'm not frustrated. Cam, if you think frustrated, that's just 2 hours of sleep. It's coming off.
No, I'm with you, bro. And watching your Avalanche isn't really helping your REM sleep either. Those guys, that team's defense and goaltending is fucking deplorable. But anyway, I was on the over last night. Just bet overs. You want to start, Drew? Because you're the prop. You know what? I'm actually going to get you. If you hit a 4-banger this week, I want you to put on like one of those Medieval Times or Burger King, or maybe even get a real crown like Jerry the King Lawler in wrestling. I want you to be, and you put it on and go prop king, and then you do your prop picks. You know what? We need more props on this show, actually.
Well, I went 4 for 5 last week, Cam. The only one I got wrong was my Gold Mooney pick. It pissed me off because I was like, give this guy some catches. You're playing Carolina. What the hell are you guys doing?
What the worst
and then
is,
he dropped
Drew?
the touchdown, which would have put him over.
The worst is the ones you feel good about are the ones that don't work, and the ones you're just kind of, those are the ones that are the best. I find it like with my other picks in sports, I'm like, I'm just throwing this in there. I feel good. All winners last night. The one I loved, lost in overtime. That's the whole thing. It's almost weird that like if you overthink it, you're done. That's just the way it works.
Cam, that's going to be my Bub Means props tonight, but we'll get into that after
Means.
The week 7 props. So my week 7 props, Cam, my gold for the week, Saquon Barkley, over 102.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. He was over this in his first 4 games this season. He was under it last week against Cleveland, but that was a weird game. This is a revenge spot against his old team. You're telling me they're not going to feature Saquon Barkley in this game over 102 yards, Cam? I think you go for over 200. Like, I'm going to be taking some crazy alt lines, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdown games, like you said. Like, I think Saquon goes absolutely mental in this game, and the Giants are going to try and stop him, but good luck, because this is a big thing. Like, you didn't want to pay me? You didn't want to pay me? Watch this.
Drew, the funny thing about these lines, and we always look for, like, you can find value in a favorite, and that's something I don't think enough. Like, this guy's minus 160 on one of my books for a touchdown. I would lay 200 and whatever and put it in par. Like, people, like, I would almost lay, like...
people get scared seeing the minus money.
It's almost like if there's a hockey game, like best versus the worst, it's like minus 400. Sometimes you just put it into a parlay and pay a little bit of juice. Winning bets are winning bets. And if he doesn't get it, I don't even care. But the bottom line is this. Barkley's probably going to get 1 touchdown, probably 2. He might even get, as you said, 3 is a little excessive, but I think he can get, I think he's going to get 2 in this game. And I love that prop.
All right, my silver you will like as well. Tank Bigsby over 42.5 rushing yards against the Patriots. He's been over this in 3 of his last 4 games with ETN in the lineup. New England has allowed over 195 yards rushing in 2 straight games, 6.9 yards per carry last week against Houston, Cam. 42.5 yards. Tank Bigsby might hit 100 in this game. Cam, I think that's too easy. That's too low. Silver, my bronze is Jameson Williams over 46.5 yards against the Minnesota Vikings. He's been over this in 4 to 5 games this year, 76, 80, 79, and 121. Wow. Jameson Williams can do this in 1 catch, Cam.
Dude, I can't believe you have that. That's my thing. And every guy you mentioned, I have for anytime touchdown. And every guy. Like I have Barkley for 2 of them. I'll even lay the juice. I'm going to parlay it. I have Jameson Williams, and I have Tank Bigsby. Every guy you mentioned, I have. Amazing. So, and we don't even talk about this stuff before the show.
Nope. My bonus is Cam Diggs over 5.5 catches. He's been over 5. 3 of his last 4 games, and the only time he was under was exactly 5. And then Kyron Williams, anytime TD versus Vegas. He's scored in every game this season. So give me Kyron Williams. Now, let's get into the anytime TD prop king. Cam Stewart, give us your picks.
Well, Drew, you started off with Bigsby, and it's plus 100, and that's fine for me. Bigsby and Jacksonville, we like them to roll in this game. Hey, by the way, ATN, see ya with your fumble problems and everything else. Like everyone's like, oh, ATN's going to be no. Bigsby's the guy. He's also tougher, and he doesn't.
These Clemson players just shit in the bed this year.
Dude, Clemson. No, I'm starting to wonder, like Dabo Sweeney's pizza parties. It softened these guys up too much. They need some hard love. But I'm going to go with Bigsby at plus 100. This one's a little bit of a risk, and you don't know who's going to cannibalize who. But for Cincinnati, Chase Brown, I still think is going to be like he's going to get like lots of balls out of the backfield. Moss is one guy, but I think Brown is. Do you think Brown's a little bit better than Moss? I do.
Yeah, Moss got 0 yards.
Yes,
last
that's
week.
my point.
So Brown's taking over.
So it's Chase Brown plus 125 for these are my running back touchdown props. If you're going to do one Tennessee Titan, the one thing they could do against the Bills, Pollard's one of these guys that's been good too. I don't mind.
Worst rush defense in football, the Buffalo Bills.
Give me Pollard at plus 130. Drew, do you like it? Like these plays?
I love Pollard.
What do you think about? I have one guy I circled. I haven't bet yet. Gibbs. Do you like Gibbs this week? Or no? This one's kind of it might be a Montgomery game.
Yeah, just because the Vikings defense is so good, I'd rather a pass catcher than a running back.
Cool. So now and then I'm going to go with receivers. Who do I have with receivers? What the hell? Oh, yeah, they're there. It's at the bottom. See what happens, Drew, when you write things on paper like an old man? It's like, oh, let me bring out my spectacles here. Thomas Jr., Jacksonville, plus 150. Let's roll, nice. Drew. You like the Jags in London, and I like Thomas Jr. Isn't that Dave Thomas Jr., the owner of used to own Wendy's Burgers?
I don't think he's a junior.
No, he is. I think his dad was a senior. Isn't it Dave Thomas Jr.? Okay, whatever. Thomas, yeah. Burgers. Chase, what about Chase plus 100? Yes, I'm in. He didn't do it last time. I'm there. Jameson Williams plus 200. I looked at the price. I'm like, whoa, that is great. Tank Dell plus 150. What do you think about that one, Drew? You like it?
I do like that one.
George Kittle gets fired up against the The Chiefs, very bad Super Bowl. Remember when we were all on his over props? And this is the game, Drew. Plus 160
Yeah,
for
he cost
Kittle.
us so much money in the Super Bowl with all his, if I come back, I'm coming back with a vengeance, and he did fucking nothing.
I know. But I'm going to give, you know me, Drew, I'm that forgiving guy. I told you, she's back.
Yeah,
she's back with her suitcase. And I go, you know what?
What's his odds? Plus 180?
160. I was hoping for a little bit more. I can't even read my other writing. Oh, yeah, I know who it is. That's Terry McLaurin. Minus 105. You know what? Scary Terry should have had he dropped the ball in the end zone last night.
They're gonna
dude. Scary Terry might have 2 touchdowns in this game. I'm in, and your boy Dalton Kincaid. I know they went to Knox, but I'm going to take Kincaid plus 225 because the price is too nice, Drew. But I really like my
one guy. I'm shocked you don't have in here, Kenneth Walker.
I do know. I do. See, Drew, that's why.
Okay.
I have Kenneth Walker with Barkley and a 2-man parlay to plus, but I also have a super parlay. So these are the guys I'm taking in round robin parlay. So you take these running backs and you do any combinations of the two, 20, 30 bucks a pop. Hey, if you're rich, you want to do it. But I'm telling you, I think these guys are all going to get a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, round robin. Kenneth Walker, touchdown. I hate to say it, Bijan will get a touchdown against Seattle and that defense. Yes. I'll scratch it out because that was my 5th choice. Kyron Williams, yes. Yep. And Robinson Jr. for Washington, yes.
I like all those. Yeah,
and they didn't have things available. Hall will be added against Pittsburgh for the Jets.
You like the Jets now, eh?
I love the Jets this week. I think they're actually going to. You know what? I think this move to Russell Wilson is actually
amazing.
No, I know it's amazing if you like the Jets.
No, I think it's amazing. I like Pittsburgh.
No, we'll see.
Cam, Justin Fields sucks.
Yeah. You'll see Russell Wilson running 17 yards backwards and getting. You know what, Drew? I'd like to make you a bet. And I'll stop talking after this because the floor is yours. I just want one more point before I shut up.
All right.
You have Aaron Rodgers with a bet with me not to finish the game. How about we add a parlay? At one point in the game, Russell Wilson will leave the game and Aaron Rodgers will leave the game parlayed. That's my dude. You think this guy hasn't played in so long, Drew? Okay, we'll see. Well, you know what? The best thing about the NFL is we'll see. We'll see how bad this guy is when he runs around backwards and loses 18 yards, and now they're punting and giving the Jets automatic field goals in this game.
My thing is, Cam, everyone's ripping on Tomlin for getting rid of Fields, but I was like, this guy watches the film. You think he's just doing this on a whim?
I don't know.
He knows Fields is missing open guys. You look at all 22, Pickens is running wide open, Fryermuth's running wide open in the seam. And Fields is just nope, I'll check it down or I'm running out of the pocket. And Tomlin's not a guy to deal with that shit. He's like, no, you throw to the open guy in my offense kind of thing. So,
but Drew, another thing to that point, you're right. Fields' weakness is he doesn't see the whole field. Agreed. Mm-hmm. But Tomlin also made a promise. He's one of the most loyal guys. We talked about this on all our shows. And he said, Wilson, you're going to be playing. I don't know why it's this week, but this is what he said. And he's one guy you could trust. A lot of these coaches will lie through their teeth, but Tomlin's one of these honorable coaches. It's I'm going to see what happens here. You know what? I just don't think it's the right game to bring him in.
Fair. You let Fields fall on his flat on his face one game first, right? That's what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. But
I do want to see the Jets lose those so bad, Cam, because I want to see New York media and Aaron Rodgers when they're 2-5 after getting Adams. All this shit hits the fan.
I'm betting the Jets, so I don't really want to see that. But
they can lose by 1. You got them plus 1.5.
Yeah, and I might even have to buy. I know how weak this is, but I might even buy it to 3 because I have a feeling this game's going to be between 1 and 3. This game is going to come Steelers Jets. It's got 16-14 written all over it. It's a trouble game for sure.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a defensive masterclass. That's fine. All right, Cam, let's do our Thursday night football props. I know you've been nailing these first TD props. Last week we didn't get it, but this week we're going to. Okay.
Actually, I would have got it. I had the Bills, and then Josh Morency had Allen for the first touch. I had my guy who went down to the half-yard line. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the other game who literally who was the Bills' backup? He went down twice at the half-yard line. Yeah, I had Ray Davis. That was fun. Okay, Bo Nix first touchdown, 11-1. Bo Nix, anytime touchdown plus 240, we can knock that down. Bo Nix can run, and this is one thing. Dude, have you seen the Saints' injuries? Oh, my God. We got Denver at a great price. This thing's minus 2.5 now. We got plus. That's why I told you to get on Denver with me. Whatever happens is going to happen. So, What else do we have for Denver? I would go with Williams. I was going to go with Kamara for the Saints, but it's only 4-1. How about Kamara anytime touchdown minus 110? Can you buy in? Can you buy in?
If he's going to score, if this is a regular Derek Carr game, his price is probably minus 220.
I agree.
That's getting value.
Thank you, Drew. I was going to say you like Taysom Hill. I don't think he's playing tonight. We could double check. I don't know if you double check that. So
yeah,
if
he's out.
Okay, if he was playing, he'd be my guy. Here we go. Props. Foster Moreau over 9.5 yards receiving.
There's one catch.
Saints tight end. What do you think about Sutton over 46.5? Or is that too much?
My favorite parlay for tonight is Bub Means and Sutton both over 50 yards receiving. $20 gives you 160.
Well, we're in agreement. So Sutton over 46.5. Moreau over 9.5. I don't know what to do if it's Johnson versus Tipton instead of Lipton. What do you think, Johnson or Tipton? Because I like both of them over at a low number of 26.5.
I think it's safer to go with Johnson.
I do too. Give me Johnson 26.5 over. So Sutton over 46.5, Johnson over 26.5, and Moreau over 9.5. I have something else written down, and I can't read my writing. So what do you got, Drew?
So my two Thursday night football parlays are Bub Means over 33.5 receiving, Belly over 31.5 receiving yards, DaVante Williams over 48.5 rushing yards, and Alvin Kamara over 25 receiving yards. That's beautiful. Plus 850. That's a four-banger. And then my other four-banger is Bub Means.
Slow down. These are remember you won these before. Let people soak it in.
I'm going to put them on screen, Cam. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying if they're like me and old, they maybe are like,
no.
I'm writing it down.
Shots too.
Okay.
And my other one is Bub Means over 50 yards, Cortland Sutton over 50 yards, Cortland Sutton over 3 catches, Bub Means over 3 catches. It's a 3-catch, 50-yard parlay, plus 700. Those are the two same-game parlays I'll be playing tonight, and I'll get some first TD props with your Bo Nix. I kind of like Spencer Rattler to get the first TD.
I think we have to. You know what? Rattler can run. I would actually look at his rushing over, and I would look at anytime touchdown for Rattler too.
Fair enough. And Javonte Williams being plus 140 for a TD is that's good value as well.
I agree. It's I think I have him in another thing. Yeah, it's in this section. Man, I really got to do my break up my sheets a little bit better. But Drew,
all right, let's pick.
I was going to say something. What's it? Oh yeah. Anyway, no, it's bad stuff. I was just going to tell you about Natron Means. You're like, I'm too young, dude. Okay, so let's just move on. I was just going to give you some NFL lore, back in the Christian. You remember the Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye, do you?
I think so. I don't, Cam. I'm a lot younger than you, so.
But these are great running backs. Okay. Anyway, Natron Means was one of the best Chargers running backs back in the day. He was amazing. But let's move forward.
Let's pick 2 guys each for tonight, Cam, to score touchdowns. You'll go with Kamara as your first one.
How about Williams?
All right, Javonte Williams, that's fine.
How about you go with? Do you like Kamara?
I do, but I'm going to take Bub Means as my my first pick, and then you can give me one more.
I'll give you. I'm worried about Kamara. The whole world's going to be on him tonight. The Williams one at plus 140. Yeah, there it is, Drew. I did write it down. Williams anytime plus 140. I'll take Kamara. I know it's chalky, but what else? Who else is going to get in there other than Rattler? It's Kamara. We should do one with the 2 quarterback anytime touchdown. Bo Nix and Rattler, both quarterbacks to score. That's nuts.
That'd be fun. Okay, so we got Kamara, Javonte Williams, and Bub Means, and I'm going to add in Bo Nix's boy, Cam, Troy Franklin. He won me a great anytime TD parlay last week with 10-1, and we add him to this, and it's 80-1. 4 TDs, 80-1. Javonte Williams, Bub Means, Alvin Kamara, and Troy Franklin.
You know what? Make sure you play Drew's stuff. Send it to me, Drew. Last week I didn't play enough because I'm always because I've got golf going on with a couple bucks here and there. If I would have done the usual 40-50, Drew, I'd be very happy this week. Unfortunately, I didn't do enough, and you hit it out of the park. Great call, Drew. I can't believe you actually nailed parlays with the props. Well done.
Let's see. So what do you think of Rattler and Bo Nix TD parlay pays?
Just anytime parlay with those guys, I would say on $20 it'll probably pay 180.
$20 pays 300, Cam. It's 14-1.
You can put that. Yeah, no, that's worth a 20 spot right there. I'm in. No, think about it. It's not even that crazy. Bo Nix can run and Rattler can run.
It's not.
And the way things are going with all the injuries and stuff, these guys might be running around a lot in this game.
Am I crazy to think the no TD 50-1 is in play tonight? Or it's just it's a field goal game. It's a messy, sloppy game with all.
It could be, but It's like in the Super Bowl, Drew. I remember back in the day when Seattle got that safety and the sports books lost like millions of dollars, and it's never the same number that you need. Like a no touchdown in a game should be like 100 to 1. Like they slice it in half because they know
it shouldn't be 50.
No, it's ridiculous because every game has. When was the last time a game didn't have a touchdown in it? I'd like to know. I can tell you the last 100 have not, or like what if you? I'm just saying, like the percentage, it should be at least 80 to 1 in my.
It's happened this year, hasn't it? I'm trying to think.
I don't know if it has.
Wasn't the Patriots Dolphins game? Was there a touchdown in that one?
We'll figure it out. Anyway,
Yeah,
guys, chat,
matter.
help us out, but just go back like 100 games and see how many had no touchdowns, and then I'm thinking the line should be 80, not 45, 50. That
should be like 200 to 1 for being serious. Like it's so
Agreed.
rare. All right, Cam. For the weekend, we're getting our 6-banger. Our 4. We go 4 anytime TDs, then we'll add 2 to make it a 6. Just because the closest we've come is 3 to 6. So let's do better. Let's do at least 4 to 4 for the first time. Cam, we'll go. I'll give you my first one. Will be Tank Bigsby anytime touchdown at -105.
I'll keep it easy with Saquon Barkley. Add him to the parlay.
Ooh, I like it. Let me find Saquon. It's the Eagles game off the board. Where is it? There's.
Just scroll.
Yeah, I just couldn't find it. Okay, Eagles game. Done. Saquon Barkley. I'm going to add... You know what? Let's go to Atlanta and give me Kenneth Walker.
It's funny. That was going to be my pick, but that's fine. Give me Chase Brown, number 4.
Ooh, so 4 running backs is our first parlay.
So what are we going to do with the rest?
So I'll take a picture of this one. This is 10 to 1.
And then let's do. Do you want to add 2? Do you want to do something with receivers?
Yeah,
or
let's get some pass catchers. So we'll add 2 pass catchers to it. I will add. Give me Cooper Kupp against the Raiders. Anytime is +110. You don't get him at plus money very often, and in his return, I think they feature him.
Give me Scary Terry McLaurin, -105.
All right.
Oh, and other guys I like are Thomas Jr., Williams of Detroit, and Kittle, but we're going to leave those guys off because they're a little bit more risky.
So that pays 47 to 1. Bigsby, Barkley, Walker, Brown, Kupp, and McLaurin. I don't even think that's that crazy to say.
I gotta tell you, I like the sounds of these things right now. I'm gonna, the minute you send me that font and graphic, I'm gonna be into my account going hit. My finger, the skin on my finger is gonna fall off. You can't find fingerprints. It's gonna be so damn hot.
Fair enough. All right, Cam. That does it for the Week 7 props show and pick changes. Any final thoughts for Week 7, heading into Week 7?
No, just let's win money and have a positive week, and hopefully the refs don't get too involved like they were in the Jets-Bills game. Just let the boys play. Let's enjoy the game and have some flow. That's all.
Cam, I like your the way your beard is today. It looks like you shaved the bottom and you got the lamb chops.
Yeah, no, that's what a guy at the bar. But the thing is, I know, but it's weird because it should be like wider at the bottom. Like, it's supposed to go thinner and then wider.
Yeah.
It's kind of like straight, but that's pretty good though. Well, yeah, one side's a little more.
No, but I'm saying because your goatee is blonde.
Yes.
It looks like it's not there. So I'm saying it looks like you just have the old school Civil War.
Do you like it?
Yeah, you should just shave the goatee off altogether and grow the mustache.
Yeah, I'll go grab a musket gun and go meet a guy in the field and we'll start shooting. Yeah, let's go.
Like football, we don't even kick it.
Yeah, football, yeah. I'm just going to shoot this guy in the back of the head, take his goal. Yeah.
But before we get out of here, Cam, Nick Sirianni revealed that it was a fan he was yelling at because the fan told him to run the football more.
I don't care.
I told him that he was good, and I was like, so you're the fan is telling you what to do and you're agreeing with him? Like, that's why he's in the stands.
As you said in my video, I said, get bent, bro. I go, I don't care. Like, you're an NFL coach. I don't care what a fan says to you about you, your family, or anything else. You have to be bigger. Just think about the team, Sirianni. Don't react to fans or anything. You have a job to do. That is to coach the Philadelphia Eagles. Let out all the bad noise. You're not a 9-year-old living in your mom's basement who's a keyboard warrior that wants to start fights with kids. You're an NFL coach. Get better, get more mature. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I think Drew, it's ridiculous. Me and you wouldn't do like if a guy's going, hey, you redheaded piece of crap. I love your stupid chopped beard and you look like an idiot. I go, yeah, thanks. I'm the opposite coach. Like, you're going to yell at me. Like, get a thicker skin.
Run the ball. Okay, I will. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, stupid. All right, Cam, that does it for this week. Please click like, please click subscribe, please rate and review on all audio platforms. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite prop is this week. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some fan props into our thing. What do you think of our anytime TD props? And good luck, everybody. Let's win some money.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.